And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
One of the best party games ever designed is Time's Up, and this is my favorite version, Time's Up Title Recall. Well, I was extremely pleased to find out that there are now 4 expansions for Time's Up, known as Time's Up Title Recall Expansion Pack number 1, Time's Up Title Recall Expansion Pack number 2, Time's Up Title Recall Expansion Pack number 3, Time's Up Title Recall Expansion Pack number 4. How can you tell these 4 apart? One's blue and red, one's red and blue, one's blue and orange, and one's orange and blue. Yeah, if you look at the back of them, they show the same pictures, they show the same everything. So there's really like no theming to these, they're just more stuff that's in them. So we'll take a look a little bit at what's in each of these. I believe there's 125 cards in each one. They add a lot of more content to the game. Let's take a look at that content. So I'm just going to show you some cards from each expansion, and so maybe that will give you an idea, like if you're going to pick one of them. So we have here the most self-referential card in the game, Time's Up. You have to get someone to say Time's Up without someone else shouting Time's Up. Very confusing, actually. We also got Easy Rider, Leaving on a Jet Plane, Bejeweled. The gaming is a new category here. Maybe this came out in the second version of Time's Up Title Recall that I don't have, but I do like the fact that there are games in. Although some people aren't going to know what they are because they're not gamers. Gettysburg Address, The Boy in a Striped Pajamas, James and the Giant Peach, Backgammon, Looney Tunes, The Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, The Purple People Eater, Wicket, Pictionary, another game, Magic the Gathering, or Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Which one of those is better? Slumdog Millionaire, The Blair Witch Project, Danny Boy, Leverage, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and Pinball Wizard. So those are all stuff from the expansion number 1. Expansion number 2 has The Jungle Book, or Glee, Orange is the New Black, Mousetrap, Clue. You'll notice I'm showing you more games than anything else because that's just what I'm interested in. Minecraft, Don't Stop Believin', The Planet of the Apes, Annie, Candy Crush, Settlers of Catan, although it's just Catan. That's interesting. Which was the right answer? It's Raining, It's Pouring, Space Invaders, Animal House, Chuck, the greatest TV show, Blink, Swim with the Sharks Without being eaten alive. Have fun trying to get people to guess that one. The Hardy Boys and Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. From set 3, we have Mr. Bojangles, The Lego Movie, Categories, Adoration of the Magi, 7 Wonders, London Bridges Falling Down, Camelot, Beetle Bailey. I don't think many kids are going to know what that one is, but there you go. Self-Portrait Without Beard. That's going to be fun to get someone to guess. Marmaduke, The Little Engine That Could, Fruit Ninja, Ender's Game, the book, not the movie, Blocus, Mastering the Art of French Cooking, The Blind Side, A Charlie Brown Christmas, Crocodile Rock, Pong, Milk, which I bet will almost always be given as a clue about the actual substance rather than the movie. But hey, that's the way the game works. Do you want to sing an overrated song? Eleanor Rigby, Risk, Skee Ball. I don't know what it is. Skee Ball is one of my favorite cards. Family Feud, Harriet the Spy, The Pit and the Pendulum, Uptown Funk, The Joker. Again, this is one of those ones I think that will be used as the character, not the song. Shark Tank, my favorite TV show. MasterChef, love it. Tetris, and Hanabi. Also published by R&R Games. A quick note, the backs of these cards, these are the backs of the original cards that I have. The backs of the new cards look like this. So there is some difference between those cards. It's not really that big of a deal. You're likely just going to play with the new stuff anyway. And the new version, I mean, you could even mix them together and you probably would barely tell. But it is just something that I noticed. All the cards, it's going to be a tight fit, but I think I can fit them in the original box. They definitely can fit in the new one. Okay, so what should you do as a consumer here with these 4 expansions? Now, if you're like me, you want all 4. Add them to your set, maybe upgrade to the new version so the cards match, but it doesn't matter. Or you could buy just 1 or 2 of them. How do you know which one to buy? Well, maybe some of the names I saw, you really like that particular name. Maybe that's a good way to do it. If not else, I usually buy one. That way, if I want to get one later on, I'm like, which one did I get? Oh, I started in order 1, so now I'll get the second one. So that's maybe a possible way to do it too. You can also, and I don't necessarily recommend this, but if you have a 30-second timer, you can essentially get one of these, and this is the whole game. I mean, you'll have to keep score on a piece of paper, and you need a 30-second timer, but you only need 40 cards for a game. So you can play, there's what, 250 in here? So that's 6 complete games that are completely different from each other in each one. And of course, you can play the same cards over and over again. That's pretty good. So I like that idea, maybe, but probably if you're watching this, you own Time's Up anyway. But you could even play Time's Up, and then you give this as a gift and say, well, you can play Time's Up with just this deck of cards. Or get 2 of them, and then there's that many more combinations. Anyhow, I've kind of rambled on long enough for something that essentially is just more of the same, but it's more good stuff of the same. And they did a really good, so diverse, these cards. New stuff, old stuff. I think everybody will be happy. And at the same time, irritated because that TV show doesn't rank being in this game. You're right, it doesn't. But so's the stuff that you like. Dice Tower Judgment, more of the same. Excellent!
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!
Yeah?